Okay, hi everyone. Hey, my name's Emily. I am recording a yoga class today. It's a short sequence. It's a chair yoga class. So I've been teaching yoga for a little bit now. I teach a yoga class for my grandma's garden club in Washington Lands. So big shout out to Grandma and the Washington Lands Garden Club. This month I was not able to get back home, so I thought I'd just record a video and share it with them. So lovely ladies there, it's very nice. I miss you all. I am also recording at this gorgeous studio here in Morgantown, West Virginia. It's called Kindred Spirits. It's a great studio. I teach here on Friday nights at 5:30. So if you're ever in town, come on by and I'm happy to see you. What we'll need today is a chair, a nice sturdy chair. I got my wooden chair here, and then also a strap. You can also use a dish towel or a belt or a scarf. So if you have one of those lying around, you can pause the video and go grab that. We're going to use that for a little bit of a hand practice later on. So if you're ready, go ahead and find your seat in your chair. We're going to ground down through the feet. So feet are about hip width apart. We're going to notice how the sits bones connect with the chair. Go ahead and place your hands on your thighs. You can have your hands upward for a little bit more opening or downward for some grounding and centering. And then go ahead and roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. Releasing them back, opening through the heart. And we're also going to lift the chin gently and feel the crown of the head pulling up towards the sky. So we get this gorgeous axial extension in the spine. And we're just establishing this seated mountain position before we get started. So if it's in your practice, I invite you now to close your eyes, and you can trust me and trust this video. Just listen to the sound of my voice. We'll go ahead and start to notice the breath pattern. So as we breathe, there's no need to change the breath. Just notice the breath as it travels in through your nose, filling up your lungs. And then notice the breath as it travels on your exhale through the nose or the mouth. Just listen to these breath patterns, the cycle of breath, the metronome of your life. And as you do that, we're slowly going to relax the body. So releasing tension in the body. Maybe noticing where you're holding any tension and setting that idea of releasing the tension. So even if you're not entirely relaxed, we're going to get you there. We're going to try. So just release the skin around the forehead. Relax the jaw. Release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Go ahead and release the shoulders. Noticing the breath at the center of your chest. Releasing the weight of the body into the chair and the feet into the floor. If it's in your practice, now is a great time to set an intention for today's class. Maybe your intention is just to be curious and playful and listen to your body. Another great offering is to think of a person that you believe would benefit from this yoga class, and maybe send them a little bit of love and nourishment in what you receive from the class. So in yoga, we know yoga helps us to de-stress and release anxiety. It also helps us to calm and quiet the mind. And I find most importantly, it helps us to find self-respect, so respect for ourselves, but also respect for others. And by inviting those gifts and virtues into our life, we can actually serve our fellow man even more, which is so important right now, especially in these times. So now, keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to bring your hands to heart center, at the center of your heart, and taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale and release the head, so tilting the chin down towards the fingertips. Taking a gentle, reverent bow before we begin the practice of movement today. And as you're ready, you can bat the eyelashes open and release the palms back to the hands, or to the thighs. So we'll go ahead and start with a little pranayama practice. And pranayama means a breath practice. So essentially we're going to be doing a 4-part breath pattern. So what we'll do is inhale through the nose for 4, we'll hold for a moment, and then exhale for 4. So you can listen to the sound of my voice, join in whenever you feel comfortable. So here we go, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and a long exhale out. Next inhale, we'll take a deep breath, and a long exhale out. Now inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, suspending the breath, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last round. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now coming back to your natural breath pattern. Notice any subtle changes, shifts in the body or the mind. Bat your eyelashes open if they were closed, and we'll go ahead and start warming up the body with some movement, so some asana practice. So we'll go ahead and start with some gentle shoulder rollouts. So what I'll have you do is place your hands on top of either shoulder, and we'll inhale, bring the elbows in towards the nose, and then on your exhale, roll the shoulders out and away. So getting this gorgeous stretch in the chest and the back body. So finding your rhythm, your pattern, making the circles as big or as small as you choose. Just finding some movement, gentle, waking up the body, warming things up. One more big circle, up and around, and then coming back to center. We'll go ahead and take our circles in the opposite direction. So if you went forward with me, we'll go ahead and go backwards. Continuing to find that breath pattern, what moves you, what feels good in your body. Listening to your body, this is your practice, your time on the mat or the chair. One more big roll through. And then releasing the hands down, maybe giving the hands a little bit of a shake, and then flicking your fingers like you have water on your fingers, getting a little extra mobility in these very important joints of the hand. So now we'll go ahead and play with some shoulder twists. So bringing your fingers back to your shoulders, we'll inhale to the right and twist to the right. And then exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale. And coming into your breath pattern, going as fast or as slow as you choose to go. Finding a great twist in the spine, as especially in the upper spine that doesn't get a lot of love sometimes. One more big twist to the right, and then a big twist to the left, and then release the hands down. Give yourself a little shake, a little wiggle it out. We'll go ahead and play with some gentle neck stretches. So I'm going to mirror you. So what we'll do is tilt the ear to the left shoulder. So bringing the ear towards the left shoulder. Don't let the shoulders ride up. You're going to keep the shoulders nice and level and down. And then taking that left hand, sweep it over, and maybe you give yourself a little bit more of a stretch. Now we're not creaking in the neck, just being careful of that very important and delicate cervical spine. And then you might choose to straighten out through the right hand, and maybe give yourself some wiggles one way and the other way with that right wrist. Maybe you bring the arm up or down. And maybe you look down towards the floor or up towards the sky. Sensing what your body needs right now in this moment. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale to release. Maybe shaking it out a little bit, wiggling it out. And then we'll take the ear to the right side. So bringing the ear down and then sweeping the right hand up and over, giving yourself a nice gentle stretch here. Maybe you take that left hand out and give yourself some wrist rolls one way and the other. Looking up, looking down. Maybe you bring the the left hand up or down. And on your next exhale, release, coming back to a neutral position, finding that little shake, wiggle it out. We'll take some cat-cows. So cat-cows, you can stay where you are. I'm going to position myself this way so you can kind of see how these work. We'll place the hands on the knees, and we'll inhale to open through the heart, the shoulders. Maybe you give yourself a baby gentle back bend as you look up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, tuck the pelvis, looking down towards your belly button. So that's the scaredy cat position. We'll inhale to roll the heart open, looking up. And then exhale, tucking everything in, tucking the belly button in, looking down. Inhale to open. And exhale to tuck. And then taking these at your own pace again, we'll just roll through some of these gorgeous heart and back openers. Very gentle, very mild. Enjoying this awesome little stretch here. Maybe roll through one more, lifting up through the heart. And then exhale, coming back down. And then coming back to neutral. Great. And now we'll take a side body stretch. So go ahead and take the right hand to the seat of the right side of your chair. We'll inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, go ahead and gently fold over, coming to your comfort level. And here we'll take a couple breaths. So we're breathing into this side body, the left side body, almost like you're a fish with gills here, breathing into that side of the rib cage. One more deep breath in, and then exhale to release. The left hand comes to the left side of the chair. We'll inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, and then exhale, folding over. Opening through the ribs, the intercostals here, and finding that breath like a fish with gills. One more deep breath in, and a long exhale out to come back to center. And we'll take a seated twist. So we'll go ahead and take our left hand to the right knee, and then sweep the right hand back behind, finding where it's comfortable on your chair. So it might just be down on the seat or on the back of the chair. We'll breathe here a couple times. So inhale to expand, and then exhale to give yourself a bit more of a twist. Inhale, expand, and exhale, twist. Inhale, expand, and then exhale, coming back to center, back to neutral. We'll take the right hand to the left knee, and then sweep the left hand back behind, finding your level of comfort, getting this gorgeous twist in the entire back body. So inhale, expand, exhale, gently twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, and twist on the exhale. And then go ahead and come back to center. We'll take 3 angel breaths. So inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Maybe you look up between the hands. And then exhale, release the palms back down. Inhale, we lift the arms back up, looking up. Exhale, releasing the palms back down. Inhale, one more time, you clap the hands together and then bring the hands through heart center, coming back to this prayer position, this Anjali Mudra. Taking a deep breath in, and then exhale, bowing the head forward. Getting a gentle, reverent bow, stretching the back of the neck, and coming back to that breath again. And then releasing the palms down. We're going to start a standing practice now. So with the standing practice, just a little disclaimer, there are going to be a few forward folds. With those forward folds, just be mindful if you have like a history of hypo or hypertension, just take them very gently or omit them. And I also want to say this is your practice. If at any point something is like a little bit too much, just back out of it or take a resting pose and then come back to the practice whenever you're ready. So let's go ahead and we'll find a standing position. Oh, one more thing I want to say is if you are confined to a chair, like a wheelchair or whatever your situation might be, you can practice all of these postures still seated. Just be mindful of where you place the legs and the arms. So having said all that, let's find a standing position. I am going to turn my chair. This is going to allow us to have a little bit extra stabilization as we start to move a little bit. So hopefully you can see me here. We are going to start by establishing a steady mountain position. So mountain is like our home base of all yoga positions. So we're just simply standing here. It can be fairly intense once you think of all the actions and things that have to happen for you to find a nice erect and tall spine. So go ahead and ground down through your feet. Your feet might be a little bit wider apart or your feet might be together. We'll go ahead and notice how the feet are touching the earth. Notice how the heels are pressed into the earth and the ball of the feet and toes are also pressed into the earth. And then hugging muscle to the bone, go ahead and be more aware of the muscles around the thighs and the calves. Go ahead and roll the shoulders back and away from the ears again. So we don't want our shoulders up here. We want them nice and loose down by the sides. Hands are resting at the sides of the body. The chin again is slightly lifted and we feel that string pulling up through the crown of the head, finding that nice length in the spine. So establishing this gorgeous and so important posture, mountain pose or Uttatasana. Maybe finding one deep breath here and then exhaling through the nose or the mouth. And we'll find some calf stretches. So I want you to have the chair sturdy or a wall. And then when you're ready, just gently lift the heels off the earth and then release the heels back down. And now maybe you lift the toes, all 10 toes come up off the earth and release them back down. So inhale to lift the heels up. Exhale, release the heels down. Inhale to lift all 10 toes up. And then exhale, release those toes down. Gorgeous. Now we'll take a little, it's a lateral side bend, or also known as banana. So here we go. We'll inhale both arms up to the sky, and then taking your left hand into the right hand, go ahead and just slightly move over to the right side, getting this gorgeous banana position. Deep breath in. And exhale, both hands come back up to the sky. Maybe you look up between the hands, and then taking the right hand, right wrist into the left, go ahead and fold over towards the left. And breathing here. Inhale, both arms up to the sky, look up, lengthen, and then exhale, release both hands down to the side. Great. Now we'll take a couple mountain poses with some standing breaths. So we'll inhale both hands up to the sky. Maybe you look up between the hands, and then release the hands back down towards the sides. Do that again. Deep breath in, looking up, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale, releasing the hands down to the side. That felt so good. Let's do one more. Deep breath in, look up, lengthen, and then placing the hands gently together, go ahead and bring the hands through heart center to prayer position. So Anjali Asana, Anjali Mudra, sorry about that. And then taking this awesome prayer position. And then releasing the hands down, walk the feet out, maybe give yourself a little wiggle in the feet. We'll go ahead and practice some half sun salutations. So let me turn my chair around, and we'll play with the chair a little bit here. So let's go ahead and inhale both arms up to the sky. Maybe you look up between the hands, and then as you exhale, gently bending at the hips, we're going to generously bend the knees, and then we're going to maybe place the hands on the chair. If that feels great, just stay there. Or if you want to bring the hands to the legs of the chair, you're finding a gentle forward fold here. Maybe the hands come all the way to the floor, being mindful to generously bend the knees, looking down towards the floor between the knees, establishing this forward fold position. It's also known as Uttatasana. On your next inhale, bring the hands to the chair, and then we'll open up through the heart, finding this gorgeous back bend, or length in the back of the body. And then on your exhale, go ahead and fold back down, finding your level of comfort here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and use the chair for support. We'll inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Maybe you look up between the hands. And then hands come to heart center, again, prayer position. We'll practice that again. So inhale to lift the arms up, look up, lengthen. Exhale, we forward fold, swan dive forward, bending generously at the knees. We'll place the hands to our comfort level on the chair, on the floor. Finding some deep breaths. Listening to what your body needs in this moment. Next inhale, place the hands on the seat of the chair, and we'll go ahead and open up through the heart, giving yourself a nice length in the spine. And then exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, come all the way up. So root to rise, lifting the hands all the way up to the sky. And then hands back through heart center prayer position. Lovely. So next we'll do some leg swings. I love these. These are so nice. So go ahead and find your chair again. I'm going to move mine, and I'm going to stand on this side of the chair. Honestly, either side is fine. We'll start with one leg, and then we'll work to the other leg. So using the chair for a bit of stability, go ahead and I'm going to ground down through my right foot, so the foot closest to the chair, and then we're going to work with the left leg here. So we're rooting down through the right foot, and then we'll take some leg swings. So we're just going to bring this left leg out to the side. Maybe you place your left hand on your hip. If you need to adjust your chair, go for it. You can also practice a little extra balance by not even using the chair. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your hips or to prayer position. The chair is great though. So we'll do this a few more times. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then releasing that foot down, go ahead and kick it out, shake it out, wiggle it out if that feels nice for you. And now we'll take our leg swings forward and back. So here we go, just taking these again at your own pace, finding that stability in the leg or the foot that's on the floor. And just breathing as you move, listening to the body. And we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release that down, give yourself a little wiggle, shaking the hips, and we'll go ahead and next do some hip rolls. And like I said before, we can absolutely do all of these postures in the chair. A hip roll in the chair would look kind of like this, okay? So if you need to take a breather, go ahead and have a seat. I'm going to ground down through my right foot again, finding my left hand on the hip, and we'll go ahead and open. So opening the hip, and we'll take it this way, and then here in a moment we'll go back. So maybe we do 5, 4, this one's a little tougher, 3, 2, and last time. Great. Shake it out, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then we'll take it backwards. So finding that stability again, we'll take the foot back and around at your own pace. And at the size of your circles depends on you. So my circles might look a little bit different than yours. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great job. Oh, we're getting a lot of work in those hips today. Great job. Shake it out, wiggle, wiggle. Next, we'll play with a little stork and then an awesome balancing posture, chair pose, or I'm sorry, tree pose, one of my favorites because I love trees. So using the chair again for stability, we'll go ahead and lift the left toes off the earth. I'm sorry, the left heel off the earth. And then bringing that knee up parallel with the earth. We'll go ahead and give yourself some ankle rollouts here. So ankle rollouts one way and then the opposite way. And then we'll find tree. So everybody's tree might look different. You might just keep the toes on the earth. We're opening through this hip. You might place the foot of your left leg onto the thigh, or I'm sorry, the shin of the right. Or you might bring it all the way up to your thigh. And wherever you are, just breathe. Notice if this is a little bit strenuous, you might back out of it a bit. So just listening to your body. You might place your left hand over the heart. You might place the right hand over the heart. Finding your drishti, a focal point. If you tilt, stumble, or fall, we will catch you. One more deep breath in, smile real big, and then exhale, release everything, releasing that foot to the earth. Shake it out. Then we'll go to the opposite side. So moving your chair as needed. We'll go ahead and take all of that on the other side. So we're going to ground down through the left foot, finding the left hand on the left chair. We'll go ahead and take our kicks, so we'll swing to the side first. So right hand comes to the right hip. We'll go ahead and just find this movement here. So adduction and abduction, moving the hips. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then releasing that down, giving yourself a wiggle, and then we'll take it forward and backwards. So here we go. Taking your time. Finding this nice motion of the pendulum. I find this feels so nice to release and any tension in the hips. This is the hip I broke, and it actually seems to work a little bit better than the other side sometimes. So finding your breath. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing that down, kicking, whatever you need to do to release that tension. And then we'll take our hips one way and then the other with our hip circles. So grounding down through the left foot, we'll bring the right knee up, and we'll find this big circle. So if you need to use your hand to give yourself a little bit more support on the leg that is moving, feel free to do so. We'll just do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Sorry, I'm talking a little bit. Okay, and then we'll go backwards. So bringing that knee back up, we'll take it the opposite direction here. I am by myself in this yoga studio, so I have to, laugh at myself a little bit. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big one. Nice. Very good. Shake it out. Wiggle it out. All right, grounding down through the left foot. We'll go ahead and find this stork position. So coming up onto the ball of your right foot, and then finding stork, so bringing the knee parallel with the earth, and then finding your tree. So tree might be different on this side. Our bodies are not symmetrical, which is beautiful, by the way. But just know, like, one side might be a little bit more comfortable than the other. So you might have the foot on the ankle, might be on the shin, or might bring it all the way up towards your inner thigh. And then if you feel comfortable in this balancing posture, you can place your right hand to your heart, and maybe you place your left hand to your heart. And then in yoga, we learn about drishtis, so it's a focal point. So I'm finding a focal point out in front of me, and I'm looking at a little spot on the floor. So find your drishti, your focal point. And then also coming back to that breath over and over, listening to your body, being in the here and now. One last breath in, and 1 exhale out, bringing that foot down, shaking it out, shaking everything out, wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. Excellent. So now we'll play with a little bit of mountain to crescent pose, and then also play with pyramid pose. So some of my favorite things, really helps to strengthen the legs and get a great stretch in the legs. So I'm turning my chair this way. What I'm going to do, so hopefully you can see, let's see here. I am going to establish my firm foundation in my mountain pose. So grounding through the feet, lifting the shoulders up and away from the ears, finding that length in the spine as you pull the crown of the head up towards the sky, and aligning your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. So finding mountain. We're going to start on the left side. So I'd like for you to bring your hands to your chair for some stability, and we'll take the left foot back behind. And then stepping the left foot behind, we are going to bend the right foot. So staying up on the ball of the heel of that left foot, go ahead and bend that knee, the right knee, to your comfort level. So everybody's might be a bit different. Your knee might not be as bent as mine. Your knee might also be bent way more than mine. Just listening to your body here. We'll take a few breaths in this posture. If you want to play a little bit, you can bring your hands to the heart, or you can lift the hands to the sky. Maybe you sweep the hands behind the back, a little extra stretch in the shoulders and heart. Taking one more deep breath in here for you. And then exhaling, hands come back to the chair, and then maybe you give yourself a few rocks, and then you step back up to the chair. We're going to establish our firm foundation here in mountain pose. And then placing the hands onto the chair, take the right foot back behind. Staying up on the ball of the foot. And I didn't mention this, but you can definitely bend that back knee as well. We're bending at the left knee. So finding this version for you. And then coming back to that breath. Maybe we'll take the hands up towards the sky. Maybe your hands are at heart center. Maybe you sweep the hands back behind. Or maybe you just keep them on the chair and play with those other hand positions another day. Finding a couple breaths here for yourself. One more deep breath in. Hands to the chair. Go ahead and find that rock as you come up to mountain pose again. Last little bit here, we're going to play with our pyramid pose. So it looks very similar, but there are some differences. So I want you to take your left foot back behind you, and then don't take it as far back as you did for Crescent. And you can go ahead and try or do your best to place the heel of that left foot down. And then finding a straight leg in the right, we'll go ahead and just inhale, lift through the heart and the chest, and then exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, and then coming down to your comfort level. I like to use the chair for a little support with my forearms. We're not shooting the butt back, we're actually trying to keep the hips level. So that right hip is coming forward, the left hip is coming forward as well. And then coming back to the breath, the here and now. Finding a smile, light up your face a bit if you feel like that is something that will serve you. When you're ready, go ahead and find your hands onto the chair and then rock that back foot up to meet the right foot. We'll take that again on the opposite side. So taking the right foot back behind, we'll not take it as far back as we would normally, and planting that heel down, we'll find a straight front leg, and then go ahead and inhale, filling up, and then exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips, coming down to your forearms onto the chair. Breathing here. One more breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and rock that foot up to meet the left foot. And we'll find some stillness again in mountain pose. Okay, now we're going to come into a warrior position. So this is going to be a warrior 2. You have options to use the chair. You can absolutely take this posture in the chair. I am going to cue it standing. So we're going to come into a wide-legged stance here. And again, you can just be sitting in the chair and have your legs wide and open. So finding a wide-legged stance, feet are a little bit wider than shoulder length apart. We're going to roll the right foot towards the front here. We'll call that the front. And then keeping the hips as square as you can forward, we're going to bend at that right knee. So arms can be doing a lot of things. I'm going to keep my hands to my side here, just helping to remind my hips to stay forward. And then again, your knee might be bent a little bit. It might be bent a little bit. Your choice, whatever feels comfortable. If you want to take this posture to a fuller expression, go ahead and lengthen through both hands, and then keeping both arms parallel with the earth, looking out over the right fingertips. Finding that drishti, again, your focal point, and then allow your breath to flow. One more deep breath in. Hands release to the hips, and then we'll straighten the right leg, bringing those toes in towards the front again. I'm like scooting over just a little bit. Now we're going to find this wide-legged stance, and then roll the left foot out. So the left foot is coming long ways this way. We're keeping the hips where they are. So hip pointers towards the front. We will keep the hands on the hips for start, and then go ahead and bend that left knee. So just looking at the angles of your body, making things, adjustments as needed, finding out what is a comfortable stance for you. And then as you're ready, you can lengthen out through the hands, and then you can make the effort to look over the left fingertips. This is a extremely important posture. So like I said, this is warrior 2. So there are many warriors. Just be aware that you are a warrior. You practice yoga, you work hard, you make time and carve some time out in your day for you to give yourself a little love, a little self-care, and that makes you so strong. One more deep breath in to fill everything up, and then exhale, hands to the hips. We'll straighten that left leg, and then straighten the foot forward. We'll heel toe, feet together, and then let's come into a seat. So we'll find our chair. Maybe if you need to, you can take a little sip of water. You've been working so hard today. So here we are in our chair. This is when you would need your strap, your belt, your towel, your scarf. And I don't know if you can see, but what I'm going to do, it's just a little playful exercise that we can do to strengthen the fingers, keeping that joint mobility in the fingers. I'm going to take my strap in my right hand, and I'm simply, this is kind of fun, we can simply just move that strap down, right? And my strap is really long, so I'm not going to maybe do the whole length of the strap. So just moving, getting that dexterity, getting that synovial joint fluid moving through the hand and those joints in the fingertips. So helping with arthritis, helping break up those little arthritic crystals that form sometimes as we age. And I can say I'm 34, I feel some arthritis in my fingers. So it's so important to start doing these kind of things when at any age, honestly. So once you've hit a place where you feel comfortable to stop, we'll take it in the opposite direction. So moving up through your strap, your belt, your scarf. Of course you can do this standing. I ended up doing it standing, so you're welcome to do so. Moving those thumbs, the fingers, everything. I just learned this one the other day. So yesterday I practiced it and I was like, oh gosh, I have to add this to this class. It's just a nice little movement we can do. And then once you've had enough, come to the end of your scarf, you can practice on the left side or whichever side you haven't done yet. So moving the fingers again. You can go as fast or as slow as you choose. I think the hospital is trying to call me. Okay, just ignore that. So our practice is kind of winding down here. What we'll do next is some seated postures. Once you've come to the end of the strap, go ahead and start moving up the strap. Oh man, it's harder on your left side, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cheat. All right, guys, so if you're ready to stop with the hand movements, we'll go ahead and, if you were standing, you can sit down with me. And then just throw that strap to the side. Let's go ahead and take a knee to chest. So bringing your right knee in towards your chest. Maybe you place the heel of your foot on the chair. You might want to do some ankle rolls one way and the other. And then release that foot to the earth. And we'll take it to the left, so bringing that knee towards the chest. We'll take our little ankle rolls one way. And then the opposite way. Feels so nice. Gotta give those ankles and feet some love. It's so important. And then go ahead and release that foot down. On the right knee, we'll go ahead and cross the knee over the left. And again, you can take your ankle rolls. So this is bus stop number 1. Bus stop number 2 would be a seated figure 4. So you're coming into this posture. Sometimes we call it pigeon pose in yoga. And either way, neither is right or wrong. What you are going to experience is a release in the sciatic nerve. Now, if it would hurt, if your side of your leg hurts, back out of it, take just the cross-legged position. If it feels nice, you can rock your chest forward or back. Maybe side to side feels good. Looks like my battery's gonna die. I hope this is recording. Go ahead and take maybe a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, release that foot down. Give yourself a little step, shake, step it out. Great. And then we'll take it to the other side. So crossing the left knee over the right. If it feels good to take an ankle roll, go for it. If you want to take the whole figure 4 pose, go for that too. Rocking forward and back if that feels comfortable. Again, yoga is all about listening to the body, so if anything would ever hurt, back out of it, take a rest. Next, we'll release that foot down, stomp it out, shake, 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 and then let's go ahead and just take a seated forward fold. So you might want to scoot back a bit on the chair, open the legs a little bit wider here, and then we'll just gently roll the chest forward, maybe releasing the hands down onto your feet or either side of your feet, and then releasing the head or the weight of the head towards the earth, allowing gravity to take toll, take hold, I guess. Finding your breath. Go ahead and walk the hands back up to the knees, coming back into this long length in the spine. Walking the feet back together. We'll take a couple cactus arms. So bringing the elbows in front of the face. We'll inhale to open the chest, opening the heart. I like to think of this as like a window to the heart. So we're opening the window of the heart. And then sometimes we need to close it. So go ahead and close the heart window. Inhale again to open. Exhale, closing the window. One more time. Inhale, open big, giving your heart to the whole world. And then exhale, closing the window, bringing the hands to heart center. And we can gently bow the head, closing the eyes. We'll take a quick Shavasana, so resting pose. Hands can come to the knees again, up or down. Maybe you take a little mudra, your mudra with your thumb and index finger together. Maybe you close the eyes or soften the gaze towards the earth. Again, now is the time to rest, so you can release the breath. Maybe now you notice that tension has kind of melted away, which is good. If it's not all melted, acknowledge that. This is all about learning and exploring. If you'd like to revisit the intention you started or set at the beginning of class, now is a great time to do so. Maybe you make the conscious effort to share this class with another person or give your practice to another person. And as you're ready, you can gently bat the eyelashes open. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer position again, and I'm going to leave you with this little song by Yogi Bhajan. It's the Sunshine Prayer. So, may the long time light shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you've liked the video, please like and share it and spread it to the world. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. When you're ready, you can bring the thumbs to the third eye. And then we'll all gently whisper namaste, bowing down. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.